with the intentions of maybe finding somebody going to their jungle currently, but headed to the right side of the map. Both Doom and Mirana in the area. Of course, Mirana could get leap if she finds herself in a dangerous situation, but looks like Thunder gonna take your word and play pretty defensive here.
That does make sense as well. Thunder, you know, they have the Watcher, so they have a good position here where they break and then they see it. So honestly, nicely done by them, kind of understanding the situation where, okay, we just chill back here. If they run into Faceless Void, he can time walk away. So all in all, both teams just kind of understanding what their current power spikes are, being level 1.
So good job picking up on that. Now they're just going to stare each other down. But yeah, so much hype around this Nature's Prophet in the hands of MJZ right here. Again, the most banned hero throughout these qualifiers by far. Seems like a hero that's certainly going to get a lot of attention in this current patch, being the TI patch. So first time that we get to happen to witness it actually in gameplay.
Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah, right? It's like all this hype. I mean, I'll not see it now.
Better deliver.
Yeah.
Okay, Rune.
Oh, fighting for the rune. And again, mentioned level 1, really strong for VKS. So Thunder Awaken, did they overstep? Oh, Nature's Prophet. Oh, nice arrow. It keeps them alive. Whew.
Yeah, that was just a free first blood, but good arrow. FCR is still kind of looking, but will not find. So yeah, first blood dodge. They still got 2 bounty runes, and both Pango and Tusk are pretty low HP. So yeah, I would consider that a big victory here for Thunder Awaken.
Yeah. Nature's Prophet, of course, going to have to waddle back to base and get that regen on, but he'll be joining his teammate Faceless Void up at the top lane here in a second. Managing to avoid what seemed to be certain death there thanks to his teammate at the beginning. So all 3 lanes, they are now setting up. You see Nature's Prophet TPing back in. Going to be providing some nice slippers of agility to his teammates. So that was the benefit, I suppose, of him happening to have to go back to regen. Kind of played the courier for Faceless Void.
I guess if Void can get some solo XP, it's also kind of okay for him. Like, this lane is more like you try to do the best you can before Visage hits level 6. Like, delay that as long as possible. You can win it until then, but if the bird's coming at a good time, I think you're going to have to kind of dodge this lane, I think, if you're Thunder Awaken as Sprout. Just a lot of damage.
Yep, there you go. Sprouts up and Visage, that with the Blightstone. Auto attacks coming out of Nature's Prophet is taking some good damage, so has to be careful of that. Respect it, certainly.
Oh, creep blocked.
Oh, King RD. Yeah, he's getting pretty low. So yeah, Faceless Void, he's having a pretty cozy time right now, thanks to his team. Man, it goes back to that, like you said, Visage. Before he gets level 6, maybe stronger than he's been in the past, certainly, but at the same time, he still likes those familiars to have his presence.
Yeah, and Void is just kind of good against Visage, at least early on in the lane, right? We've talked about the time walks, we've talked about the time dilation, so you don't really care. As bottom lane, I guess it should be very farm intensive as well for both sides. I don't really think either team should win it super hard, so a bit more of a farm trade, I would say.
You do see Doom has the mana burn ability currently, that with the mana aura, so using that frequently to keep them in check, but still not preventing damage coming out, and yeah, having to fall back and pop some regen. Vengeful running in there trying to deny it, but we'll take a little bit off, I suppose, thanks to the Wave of Terror. But yeah, Gyrocopter, Costabile, fairly cozy right now, keeping his distance, using those flat cannons the second they come off. I mean, Illich, she's taking some good damage here.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, sticks.
Okay, I guess stick charges help, but Magic Missile and Wave of Terror are ready.
Yeah, it's got to be at least a little careful. But yeah, this lane is pretty chill, right? You've got the Gyro Venge, you can always Wave of Terror, push it with Flat Cannon. King RD in a bit of trouble. And something else about the support Nature's Prophet, like what they did already on the 2-minute water rune. You tell your mid player, yo, you go to this rune, I TP to the other one, 7-minute wisdom rune. Oh, I'm going to go suicide here. If I get it, that's cool. If I die, then whatever.
We talked about with Underlords, similar concept there. Using those Fiend Gates to protect those objectives, specifically the Wisdom Runes, and Nature's Prophet, of course, could do that by himself. So Illich, again, a lot of damage at the bottom lane, but mid lane, taking a look there real quickly, it was very even as expected. I mean, slight advantage now for the Ember Spirit, 19-4 compared to the 15-2 of Pango, as Pango, Handlock having to be a bit defensive there with the Swashbuckle, but he's good to go. There is Marauder rotating mid, though.
Yeah, they're doing some good stuff, right? So they stole the water rune. Now they also took away the bounty rune. They know that Analog is kind of low, so now he has to make a choice. Do I go back to base and refill my own bottle? Or do I contest this rune with low HP, which honestly could result in him dying?
Knight, he's sitting here waiting for the right moment. Does he go for the arrow? There's the leap in. Not going to go for the long range. Oh, the shackle's just missing.
Slightly off the mark. Lost a little bit there on the RNG. I don't know if he had enough mana to also slide a fist, because then he could have maybe insured it. But either way, just some water rune trading. As yeah, Prophet has won the 2 games that he has been picked.
Well, bottom Doom is actually taking some good damage once again. The homing missile, it's up, and he might be in trouble. The flat cannon attacks, well played by Kostabile. Turning around, however, KJ needs to be careful. KJ goes down, but he got the first blood first, right before. So very worth it for the Vengeful, although yeah, close call there.
And also got Illich killed, which is a big deal. Like, the more you can slow down a lot of these offlaners, it will help your carry to stay there. And currently Illich is struggling. 12-0 in the CS. That's not good.
This is not the Doom that we've come to see in recent history. Again, because there's some changes there, so have an impact perhaps. But yeah, his early CS, early farm is not good.
Not at all. So he's gonna have to look to recover, get some couple levels on this Devour going. But for now, it's not the best start.
I guess were there some changes that actually nerfed his early farm, or not really?
No, not as far as I'm concerned. Like, he still has the same Devour, sure. It's been nerfed like over a couple of the patches before, but not in the most recent 2 patches.
Interesting, yeah. So it's definitely a struggle there.
Yeah.
Certainly surprising. Mid lane again, Mirana setting up. It is nighttime currently. They did have a ward in this area though, so I don't know if that saw her coming over. It looks like it might have. But not as sneaky as she wants to be.
Oh, they got Illich again. Nice move down to bottom. Just bring a 3rd hero. Just do it again.
And again, that goes back to, I think that's because also they saw Mirana rotating mid. So they know that he's by himself. Yeah. Then the 3rd one in with King RD, get the easy kill. And now Mirana has to be careful. 6-minute runes coming in. TP here from Nature's Prophet in the backline. So does Pango, though. Pango's like, all right, let's go. The magic missile connects. One more attack. That's going to be the end of Nature's Prophet. King RD cannot get away. The snowball almost saving him. Not to be. Good leap from Knight. He'll survive as well.
I like that Venge is just a better hero. Like, even just a wave of terror with heroes like Pango and like a Gyro in your lane, even an offlane Visage. You also give them the aura. Like, I don't know, Venge is just like such a cool hero. And they're using it really well already in this game.
Yeah, even a level 2, the -4.
Yeah.
Armor reduction, but really, 100 damage as well. That definitely is not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, this spell has it does 4 or 5 of different things. It gives you vision, it minus armor, it damages, it helps you push the wave, it lowers their damage. Like, okay.
Seems pretty good, yeah.
Sure, man.
Press 1 button, do all those things. Sure, I'll take it. Oh, he's gonna need to do a lot more than Wave of Terror right here. 4 heroes coming to chase him down. Oh, he tried to get himself denied, but Illich manages to get the last hit in there. So that's a support Vengeful, but the Wisdom Rune Control also coming into play, and both teams managed to get their own there.
Okay, so it's just a little bit of a trade, but we have FCRs getting closer to what he wants. His Knight getting snowballed on.
Oof, just out of range. Good Sprout, eats right through it though. Blood Grenades out, Knight. 4 more seconds, also has stick charges, but Time Walk is going to be ready to go. Needs to use it there. Heavy nuke coming out from Visage.
Yeah, I do like I mean, sometimes we see phases for it's like they max bash, but I think maxing Time Walk, at least in this case, just allows you to stay here. You get hit, you get Soul Assumption, you Time Walk back out. Maybe once they get Chrono, like they could look for a type of play where you use it once, you kill the Visage, in the meantime, slay them. Arrow off the mark.
Yeah, Pango, Swashbuckle slightly missed there, but yeah, they get the kill on Ember Spirit.
Are you okay?
And now Knight and the Mirana just simply has to walk away. But yeah, the rotation again. Vengeful Spirit there. Level 3 magic missile. It's going to hit right here as well. The leap, but a little too far now.
I mean, KJ has he's got some really good moves in these early games with not even the easiest like rotating heroes, right? He did it with the Tree and Protector the other day. He's doing it with Venge today, being in the right place at the right. He's top hero damage in this game as a 5.
Yeah. Only 8.5 minutes in, just about, but it's still very impressive stuff. And there's more damage coming out because the arrow does connect, but Pango's a little too tanky and he has the support. Sleight of fist, it gets low. Ember Spirit, the snowball save us. Well, it goes to MJC. Pango does fall, though. They trade eye for an eye there. Swap play into the tower range. KJ, he's getting low, but the damage reduction helping keep it alive just a little bit longer for a couple more auto attacks. Double-elimination will finish off MJZ. Vengeful fall as well. We got a lot of action here in the mid lane, man.
Yeah, a lot of it. I mean, Nature's Prophet just has such an easy time to rotate here, and with the bonus damage from the TP, it's actually the only reason why they ended up even getting the kill on Pango, but just a 2-for-2 trade. Qualifiers, he is the winner out of all of these trades. He's just farming away.
Doom manages to get a little bit of free farm in the meantime, thanks to that rotation that he was not involved in, so there is that benefit there, and he is getting close to finishing a hand of Midas now, so typical Doom stuff there. As top lane, Slate him, runs into a couple, Remnant 4, the snowball, onto Mirana, trying to help Pango get out. Our first Chronosphere of the game, the Familiar sent in. The damage not the most though for Faceless Void. He has to be careful himself. They do end up killing Tusk, and MJC also joined the party and slayed him once more. Remnant 4, double kill for Knight on the Mirana, and they're going to take out Familiars as well.
Yeah. One of them. Getting one of the Familiars is also a big deal, as the tag team minus attack speed aura was pretty annoying for Smiling Knight there in the Chrono. Not being able to get the kill, but anyway, he's got enough homies around. Still get both of the kills, so nicely done.
The seeds of fortune.
And we now hit 10 minutes into the game. A double damage rune spawns top, and Tusk is trying to go for it, but he can't get there in time. Good protection from Mirana. Ember Spirit will bottle that one up. He's got Orb Corrosion, but yeah, already 7 to 6 hero kills, 13 kills at 10 minutes into the game. We've certainly had plenty of action here in game number 2. It's a matter of who that's favoring so far. I mean, you look at the net worth, Gyrocopter is just still doing his own thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing great. I do think the scaling is pretty nice with Thunder Awaken, but for now, I think it doesn't tell us too much about the game, because like the next couple minutes are just really important, how the game progresses, who's going to be able to do what. Because for now, it looks like the Thunder Awaken is just going to whittle away this mid tower. You've got a DD on this Ember, and as we've seen so many times, he's the king of the mid lane.
Top lane. Finds himself up here, trying to go for the play on the King RD. Needs to respect that damage though. Swashbuckle connect, and KJ in good position has a swap as well if need be. Uphill attack, it's barely alive, but the Swashbuckle does take him out. King RD also going to fall thanks to the Sprout Trap. Analog has to run away from Mirana. Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing around, but he will be cut down by another Swashbuckle. Analog ends up with a double kill, and Coastability will help take out the top tower. By the way, prioritizing the Crystallis on the Gyrocopter before an Axe here.
I kind of like that. I feel like if you get away with it, it enhances your farming speed, at least from what I understand. I also believe that Chrysalis was buffed in like a prior patch, so kind of checks out. You've got the Spark of Courage as well, so already a lot of damage coming out. And bit of a costly mistake by Thunder Awaken, as Illich also in a lot of trouble.
He's dead trouble.
Yeah, he's just dead. Nicely done.
This Prophet's like, I'm here, but just a little bit too late. Yeah, that's very well played. The trap, no chance for Doom to get out of there, and guess Coastability yet again involved. He's 2-0-3s. Already got a couple components of the Axe. You mentioned the enhanced farm. I mean, even without the Chrysalis, this would still be a solid Axe timing with it, especially. That's big.
Yeah, just like, Doom does kind of hate Tusk. Like, he gets on top of you, he locks you down, you have low armor early on, so the tag team is really good. Just makes it so easy for Gyro to get his kill. Look at his net worth, 7,400 at 12. Yeah. This is, I think we've got another Gyrocopter who's just going to be staying at the top of the net worth.
Like I said, as well in the draft, I mean, a little surprising, especially after the first game, what we've been seeing of this hero, that he was made it all the way to the 3rd pick for the team. All those bans, so it was like 10 bans at that point that went through, or even a couple picks beforehand. But hey, Vivo Keats certainly happy that they ended up with the Gyrocopter, and it is paying dividends so far. So Thunder Awaken needing to figure out how they're going to deal with that. Of course, Doom with his ultimate looking for the positioning, but more so Faceless Void and a good Chronosphere could certainly and be the end of Gyrocopter as well.
Yeah, he just needs Void is generally the hero that needs more time. His King RD this time around could be in some trouble. Does get chained. No arrow though, so probably just going to be okay.
Don't want to go too far with that snowball, and King RD turns around. Arrow connects though. Doom is
nice
Chronosphere gets one. Swap out from the Vengeful, but the Doom is applied to Gyrocopter as we're talking about it. Sure enough, Thunder Awaken shows it off. However, we're not done just yet. Rolling Thunder from Analog. He wants some revenge for his fallen teammate. Visage also showing up. Doom, he's going to fall. Faceless Void. Not much more he can do but run. Ember Spirit, he's trying to get out. He has another Remnant. Gonna make the play with it to the left, but the Visages,
so slow.
Familiars even in pursuit. Yeah, the Grave Chill and everything else just keeping him too slow.
Yeah, the Grave Chill and the Solar Crest, the start of, my god, yeah, the start of that looked so good. You get this Chrono off, you swap him out, but Pango still ends up in the Chrono anyway, but so much damage like after the fact with your Visages coming in cleanly.
So yeah, I mean, as great as that start was, I mean, Gyrocopter's back up already after all of that. They got several big kills as a team, and he's back to farming. His net worth is still very impressive on top there. So, I mean, Analog having another very solid performance.
SCR. This will be a big one.
Teammates, I thought they were starting to rotate down there, but they're not actually. So this is just on his own completely, and he is going to be run down.
Uh-oh, if he loses these familiars too, he just summoned them.
Yep.
Costly death, very costly. At least his team was able to take the mid tower in the meantime. But yeah, that is definitely a big swing.
Plenty of action in this game, KZoo, but while we're in a little bit of a lull here, I want to talk about a couple things. First one being Faceless Void going the Midas. Does that make sense to you here, this game?
Yeah. I think it seems like the most normal build right now. It's going to give you the attack speed, of course, the XP that you want, because Void has some really crucial talents, and we talked about it. They've got the scaling. If they can get to the later stages, you've also got a double Midas. If this game stays like this, I think they'll be pretty happy in like 15 minutes from now.
Sure. I mean, they're going to, you mentioned the double Midas, they're going to have double Maelstrom as well. Both Ember Spirit and Faceless Void also go in the Maelstrom. So yeah, there's a lot of farm to come for these heroes. And as impressive as Gyrocopter's farm is right now, you know, that gap is, figures it's probably going to start closing though. But yeah, Costability is still very impressive. He is now working on a BKB as he's got the Ags finished.
They should be aiming for a Roshan, I think, pretty soon on VK. You've got, it looks like they might be doing it now even. You have like 3 different or 4 different instances of like minus armor with Lucky Shot, Solar Crest, Wave of Terror, and whatever you have. So pretty easy one for you. Give it to your Gyro, clean out some more towers and Thunder Awaken. They don't really care. They're just going to keep farming.
The question is, he doesn't have the PKB, but with this Aegis, do you see VKS making that point of, hey, they're still farming on the other side. They don't necessarily want to fight yet. Do they just get aggressive here?
Yeah, for sure. I think you could like even do both. Like your Gyro could, he can go and hit this top tower, and in the meantime, like you could try to go somewhere else with your team. Because generally at this stage of the game, you know Thunder Awaken will not defend. They just want to farm.
Well, VKS, there we go. The smoke plays up.
Okay, they're looking for something.
Look at MJZ trying to drawing a square circle even around the area, so it's clearly Thunder Awaken is aware that something's up. And in fact, the Moonlight Shadow's even going to be used on the other side. Very defensive as they should be.
Well, yeah, at this point, it's kind of on VKS to try and find picks, where Thunder are kind of happy if the game is chill.
He's going to remnant away. Yeah, very close call. Snowball into Mirana, but I don't think Tusk is going to commit. Still running in.
Oh, that's the wrong neighborhood, my
friend. Yeah, hey, we've all been there. Accidentally turned the other way at the last second and leaped that way as a result. So.
That's okay. I mean, they'll continue to try and keep the map in a good place and slowly get towards some of these tier 2s as... I like that Illich changed up his item build. He had a Crimson Guard queued up, but I think going Crimson here, I don't know if I like it. Because even if you finish Crimson, is your team fighting ready? I don't think so. So just build items that also allow you to just keep accelerating your farm.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, as you said, accelerating right now. He has been second in net worth quite a bit. He's still a bit behind the Gyro, but obviously Gyro's just had a phenomenal farm himself, and in fact almost has the BKB finished. But yeah, it does queue up the Crimson Guard once again after finishing the Octarine Core, but putting priority into the Octarine Core first at least.
Okay, at least we've got the Nature's Prophet Shard. I feel like this is where the hero's mid-game gets a lot better. It said it was the first time that this hero's bought it. I guess maybe they won the other games too fast and he's only been picked twice, but this Shard is really annoying to play against.
Displaying them in the fog, slowing them. Yeah, that seems pretty damn annoying.
Yeah,
play against there.
Like you get to see them, you damage them, you slow them. So just more of the annoying stuff where you just TP in, just kind of just turn more into a nuisance.
Yeah. Vivo Qhali has been making a statement of controlling the dire side of the map, at least on the right side here. They've got some very aggressive vision. So they certainly are trying to, be the aggressors to that point, as we talked about with the Aegis, but obviously good defensive posture from Thunder Awaken. Now, as I say this, another 5-player smoke mid lane. Murata, going for the catch. There's a swap, double leap. It's not going to matter, though. So it's a support Murata, but still a kill's a kill, and going to go mid tier 2 now.
It is time to take some of these tier 2s, because I think for now they have not gotten enough out of this Aegis, but another kill into this tier 2, maybe you can transform it into like another tier 2 tower, then you'll be pretty okay as MJZ is being hunted. It's probably just dead.
Yeah, another hero kill and another tower kill. That's starting to seem pretty good now.
Picking up the pace.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that's going to be the observatory or the outpost more so. Going to be controlled for them as well. So yeah, they ping the bottom tier 2. That's all I was saying. I mean, they might as well go for this too. They still have a minute 30 really left on the Aegis.
I mean, it's all pretty much kind of free real estate. Like, I think until the Aegis is gone, I don't really see Thunder Awaken wanting to fight you. FCR's got the Axe, like that build for this game.
The stealthy Visage. Slide comes through, but Emberspear's like, wait a second. He had those spider senses tingling the Sentry War nearby. But it just didn't matter in the end.
Okay.
Catch.
Yeah, now suddenly, maybe they didn't get enough earlier, but now a couple kills, tier 2, another couple kills, another tier 2, now another kill. So things starting to ramp up.
Doing the DJ Khaled here. Another one.
Another one
coming through. I can't believe I just made that reference. Anyways, Gyrocopter, 40 more seconds on the Aegis. Still, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
We're going for more.
Aegis here. Why not go for more? Another one. Murata's dead, and this is tier 3. We're 20 minutes into this game.
I like it.
They're already getting tier 3. They're not stopping this. Well, maybe.
These guys, they just want to keep farming. Well, screw them. Go lose your base, idiots. What you gonna do now?
It's a good strategy. Seems pretty legitimate.
Well, we're killing its Torment time, so we have a shard on Tusk once more. Get the Giga Eye shard.
Oh, he's like, oh, guys, okay. I was gonna say it's 5 seconds on the Aegis. This is gonna be close, but there we go. He will pop it. 2,800 more gold saved up. So yeah, I mean, sure, Thunder Awaken. Obviously, it's clear what their strategy is. Farm,
very clear.
Scores. But man, I mean, props to Vivo Qhali. They are playing it appropriately themselves, because this Gyrocopter, he's gonna start feeling pretty beastly.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of gonna stay that way. I like that you have the Ags on the Visage. You know that all they're gonna do is split you. So what do? Build items that allow you to catch them. So that checks out. Analog has the Ags now, the Shard already as well. So I don't really see. I mean, he's gotta get doomed or Chrono to die, but for now, Thunder Awaken have not been able to find anything really. They're just farming creeps.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to FCR here on the Visage. Ags is certainly not like the go-to obvious choice every single game on this hero, but in a game like this, where the game state, you want to be aggressive, and it fits that mold, though, as we even saw with the kill that they were able to have on Ember Spirit, that they're looking to have action. They're looking to make fights and make plays happen with ganks and whatnot. So the Axe certainly a valuable tool for that to enhance off of.
Yeah,
King RD.
Now, if you're Thunder Awaken, I wonder when they will look to fight back. I mean, if you ever get the map in a good state, of course you have Moonlight Shadow to try and fight back. Maybe you use a Chrono real quick, a Doom before Roche is up, just get a free kill and go back to farming. Because I think you want to have more of a back and forth. You farm for a while, get good waves, make a play, and then do it again. For now, I feel like they have only one mode, and it's only creeps. So I'm looking at can they find a little opening? Because it's getting a little scary.
And Nature's Prophet, we talked about the Shard. He's actually going to just build right into an Ags next, so the buffed up Wrath of Nature. Certainly some good damage, but yeah, it continues to be the same thing for Thunder Awaken. I mean, everyone, literally everyone, even the supports are just solo farming wherever they can on the map right now. But the overall net worth lead still belongs to the side of Vivo Qhali. The full data list finished by Gyro. Another 1,700 gold even saved up on top of that. Roshan, 45 seconds on the red timer, so, at least probably about a minute and a half or so, if not longer.
Yeah.
But
we've got drums. Yeah, I mean, Roche will be kind of like the next thing on the deck, right? I would say for Vivo Kid, they could look to keep aggressing until it spawns. I feel like you don't have to slow it down too much. And yeah, Gyrocopter is 3,200 HP at this time of the game. That seems a little absurd to me, but you know, it is what it is.
That's insane. Holy crap.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy with the strength power to even non-strength. He's still at 3,000 plus, and here's another Tormentor. So on their side, that's going to be the Shard going, looks like over to KJ, playing the Vengeful, excuse me.
Don't worry.
Missile bounced around. Those Vs, difficult.
Yeah. Very
noticing,
nice Shard.
Yeah, nice shard for him with the magic missile bouncing around. But yeah, son, the items production showing a couple times here. One, even that data list on Gyrocopter, the fastest by even a couple of minutes that we've seen in this event on Gyrocopters. Again, his farm is just super impressive this game.
I also like the fact that, at least for now, he's been skipping the Satanic, right? So we touched on the fact that when you get doomed nowadays, you don't heal anymore. So for the people that aren't fully aware, Doom has been changed. You can now use your items. You cannot use your spells, but you can use your items, and you cannot be healed or lifesteal in any way. So
sure, building
Satanic or having your teammates build Vlads for you, it's kind of worthless. So it's good of him to like just straight up skip it.
Yeah. You got the activatable BKB, and you have items that are going to do plenty, even though you're doomed. So, I mean, that begs the question, Casey. If you're doomed, who are you prioritizing here?
I guess it depends. So if the idea is to just full on kill the Gyro, then I think you will just doom him and you drop everything, because he is generally all of their damage. I think if you're looking to more so ignore him, I think dooming the Pango is pretty sick. Like, just take the rollout, get him out of the game. He doesn't have too many like good usable items, as there's a big smoke.
Here's the clash, the opening, they catch Visage, they don't even realize it, but they also get Tusk on top of it. In the backlands, MJZ is here as well. Wrath of Nature bounces through Doom himself. He's going to run away, but Tusk goes down. MJZ is found, though. Nature's Prophet dead. The flat cannon auto attacks from Gyrocopter, speaking with a lot of damage. They are respecting him, but now the reset. They're going to throw. There's the swap out, though, from Vengeful, with the Doom up on Gyro. It's going to be wearing off now, so he's going back in, looking to do that damage. They're trying to go Faceless Void, gets locked down to death, but Gyrocopter also killed off, actually. Murata helped to come back in, buyback for Nature's Prophet. Doom manning up against Pango because he has to. Pango trying to do enough damage to stop, though. No. It is enough. Analog manages to somehow find it. The Sprout Trap. MJZ, this is a buyback, remember. If he dies, make it a dieback. There we go. He's out for 70. The tips coming through for Analog because, yeah, he definitely gives people a good shot here as far as winning the fight at the end. But, oh, Mirana, almost a turn.
These games are crazy. I heckin' love it. There's so much back and forth. Like, they're not sure if they should go in. They do go in with the Chrono. He gets swapped out, but then the fight continues. It's like a 4-for-4 trade. But, yeah, these kills, like when you play this kind of solo core lineup, Analog getting all these kills is so big.
Like I was saying, you saw the starting again. They didn't even realize they got Visage. They ended up getting Tusk, though. But the patience on the Chronosphere, though, again, perhaps wanting to wait long enough for maybe a swap being used earlier, but it wasn't. So obviously, Vengeful deserving credit there. Here's that reset, though. The Doom wearing off, goes back in, but there's that swap immediately. And, I mean, yes, they still killed Gyro in the end, but getting that swap off obviously delayed quite a bit and allowed him to do even more auto attacks, as you saw right there. I mean, for his death.
Analog is pretty annoying. Like, if you pop this Manta on your Faceless Void and the Pango's not in a Chrono, he can Swashbuckle, he can Shield Crash, he will line it up with the Axe to, like, maybe even try and disarm you. So, yeah, I think VKS, they're just really strong. And now this is, this Roche is just uncontestable.
Yeah, no way you're stopping this. That's free Aegis for Gyro, who is not even here yet, but I'm sure they're going to leave it for him. Want to make sure this doesn't get it ninja'd, and it doesn't look like that'll be the case. So Gyro, swaps out the Falcon Blade. Cheese on Pango. I'm sure VKS is looking to just to reset and go now.
I mean, absolutely, right? Like, they're just strong enough. Chrono is down for, I think, a little bit more. There's just more items that they need on this dire team. Like, the BKB and maybe another damage item and level 20 on Void. I feel like that's kind of what you want to play for, but you know, that relies on VKS not just speeding up the game.
Exactly, I was going to say. I mean, that's also relying on how the other team plays, and right now, if Vivo Kid wants to, and it certainly looks like they are, that they're going to force a response. So Chronosphere is ready now. It just came off cooldown, so at least they have that. A BKB also just delivered to the Faceless Void.
This is a fast push, my friends.
It is absolutely speedy. They're going to get another fortification used. Gyro, though, he's level 20 as well, by the way. Flat cannon damage upgraded.
Oh, good bait. Good arrow.
Yeah, Gyro, no chrono yet. Trying to bait a swap. It's getting low. The Aegis, of course, in hand, but he might have it. There's the swap finally. And you know Faceless is looking now.
They're still eyeing. Oh, that could be a big one.
They go? No.
Okay, very patient.
They choose to play it safe.
Okay, fine enough.
I don't know, man.
It's a tough choice to make. I would be down if they go, but yeah, someone must have, because you only have 1 second. The guy that's saying, yelling yes or back, he's making the call. And yeah. I think you've only got that one, so.
Oh, man, but it's like no swap. They have Chronosphere. It's like, that's your time.
You can probably blow everything and kill the Gyro at least, I think, right, with Doom and Chrono. But yeah, they decide to chill for a bit. They're just hoping to, you know, continue to delay the game. Only half a level away from the level 20 talent on Faceless Void, which has always been just a game changer. 95 attack speed is just, you just get like a free Mask of Madness, half a Moon Shard. Why not? It's really strong. Well, straight up smoke.
Very good upgrade. Yeah, smoke once again, though. They've used plenty of these on Vivo Cute side. And hole 5, they're going for somebody. Doom is going to be that target, it looks like. Happens to be caught out just by himself, isolated. No buyback. Never mind, he just got the gold for it, go figure. Now they're pushing top yet again. But no Aegis this time, so he does have cheese in hand.
Okay,
you got to be careful.
I mean, yeah, he's dead for a while. He's got the cheese, but if there's a buyback that is set up nicely with the Doom, again, remember, you cannot be healed, so cheese will not work either. But of course, this swap is really they find them.
That's big. Nature's just dead. Buyback on Doom. Oh, but the stop on Faceless, he went in for a play. Yes, the BKB, the Chronosphere of Panic right there. Vengeful finally gets the swap out, and Smiley Knight realizes that's a lost cause. He did not want to fight this anymore. At least like that. The Rax.
That is just at least one, yeah. What a nice push.
That was the familiar stuns. They stunned Faceless Void as he was, you could tell he was running in to initiate for sure. And he just got stunned by the familiars, and that forced the panic. Yeah,
just something small like this, and even just scouting in the first place to find the Nature's Prophet out there as well. To like start all of it. Putting themselves in a great spot.
Gyrocopter even building up into a satanic now, so you keep going back to it's sure he can't be healed with a Doom on him, but I mean it's still very useful to even if he gets doomed and you have a satanic, it's obviously it beefs you up quite a bit. It's a lot of life you get from it too,
or like even before you get doomed, like maybe they start with a chrono and you keep healing with like your little side gunner, so like, you know, eventually I think it's good you enter all these other items first, but at this point you won't always be doomed, or you'll be doomed late, so yeah, still pretty good. Now just, sure, second Rax.
There we go, Tower's dead. Ooh, no, he missed the stomp though. He gets the Doom off, swap coming out. Faceless Void doesn't have Chrono for another 50 seconds, by the way, but Ember Spirit on top of the down chop, they're all in. MJC also teleports in, Gyrocopter's dead. No, he has a buyback actually. He is going to use it, he's going to teleport back in the best he can. Meanwhile, in the midst of that though, Tusk is going to fall, slate him. He's being locked down by Pango, however. Too much damage to handle, and Ember Spirit's dead, but the buybacks continue to rain in. Knight, you're on Faceless Void. No Chronosphere again, still for another 35 seconds, having a BKP and walk it off. I mean, everyone's technically alive right now.
Okay, this is these are ballsy buybacks, but I can support it. They have no Doom, no Chrono Forbidding, you still have the cheese, but I think you've got to push forward here. You have to make use of these buybacks. Which they are.
They are. Now Chrono's up in 10. Jump at the sprout right there. Checking the racks best he can.
Oh, the birds. That's Rax number 2. I think we gotta go for next.
Swap is ready though too. So
Power's low. No glyph too.
You gotta go. If you're faceless, I mean this is mega creeps.
Yeah, I think you have to find a way to fight.
Yep.
Okay, Chrono.
Got Pango as well. The swap does eventually come, so Vengeful's gonna end up dying. Nice lockdown on the Gyrocopter as well, but no, now he turns around the Black Hand, and the call down is gonna be used on top of that buyback from Vengeful, going back in the fight. And Vengeful Oh, just the doom off just before. He cannot cheese, remember. Oh no, that's going to be a tieback. Gyrocopter's dead for 110 seconds, so they get the mega creeps, but it comes at a cost, Khezu.
Oh god. These games are crazy. Well, they did get it. I'm still down for the overall. Ooh. Yo, that arrow was raising off his hair, that's for sure. Holy. I mean, okay, so your gyro had to die twice, but you did trade it off for megas. I'll probably still consider that a victory.
Yeah. I mean, mega's pretty good. And
yeah,
I see right here again, they had to commit at this point. It was a good chrono. It caught Pango as well. That was actually the big key there. And he dropped off thinking that he's good, and then the doom at the last second, right before he dies. Well played by Illich, at least, but...
Oh, everyone queue up the Maelstroms. It is time to play against Megas.
Yeah, what do we have? Yeah, Faceless Void. No, he's not going for one, but obviously...
Yeah, he's already got the Mjolnir.
Nature's Prophet, I meant, yeah. But Faceless Void and Ember Spirit already have it.
Yeah. We'll probably see maybe a third one come out eventually in this game. You have a Desolator coming out on Slaydom as well. Okay, sure. Some bonus physical damage, I guess. Perhaps like also into the chrono, help your Void finish off these targets. Okay.
Yeah. It's that single target, just kill that Gyrocopter at all costs. He is the raid boss here. It's understandable that that's what they're looking at. But yeah, I mean, Pango, his farm's also very impressive. He is actually second in net worth overall.
Well, Analog just putting on a show again. He was really good in game 1. He is very good in game 2 on Pango again. So just, yeah, this man's Pango is a little bit scary.
It's pretty good. The reason why they first picked it. Tormentor, it's going to be killed off on the side of Thunder Awaken. That'll be a shard going towards Mirana. Leap upgrade coming into play.
Yeah, one of the... I'm still not the biggest fan of the shard personally. Maybe if you're a core, which generally core Mirana isn't as good, but you know, free shards, we'll usually not say no to that.
Yeah. Obviously with Mega Creeps, the map control being dominated by Vivo Kid.
Yeah.
And Roshan's up now. We saw the respawn kicking in there, so currently up top, and it's going to be there for the next 4 minutes. I'm sure they're going to go for that eventually on the side of Vivo Kid.
Okay, so Nature's Prophet has a Maelstrom queued up because he will likely need it. So now you're playing against Mega Creeps. You're also going to be playing against an Aegis and a Cheese, most likely. Maybe even buybacks, because if you're Vivo Kid, you know if Thunder Away can defend their base, it's because you're getting doomed, you're getting chronoed. So if you just have buybacks with the Aegis, I feel like you can probably just end with that.
And as long as you're positioning appropriately with Vengeful Spirit, as he has been the whole game, then
he's been doing really well.
It's it does feel like on paper it should be a route towards concluding this game officially, but we just had that game 1, Khezu, that we're coming off of that could have said the same thing about that one, and boy oh boy, did that almost go the other way. So
we will just have to wait and see, because anything can happen.
Yeah, it sure can.
It's only a 3K lead. 85%, yeah, I would say that is somewhat realistic. You can definitely see Thunder Away can hold their ground and fight back. We talked about the scaling. It's still there. It doesn't stop.
Very true. Buyback situation. It's still another 2.5 minutes for Gyrocopter before his buyback is going to be ready. So they're factoring that in as well. So perhaps that's even also why they haven't committed towards doing a Roshan yet. Kind of playing around that timing. I mean, again, they know that Thunder Awaken just literally has to send their base. And I honestly, yeah, tier 4 items actually now started to drop at 37 minutes. So that's another thing.
Okay, so next tier of items. Maybe you get some Boots of Bearing on the Visage to upgrade your drum charges as well. I don't really know what else you kind of want to wait for. You can Analog. Let's find MJC here. And he shall die.
Eventually. Right?
Eventually. They got him.
I mean, we know this hero's strong right now, but no way he should survive that.
Certainly not. You would need to have a new skill called Disconnect the Enemy. That would be a pretty powerful one.
Hard to play around that one.
Yeah, that's a rough one to deal with. So we get the... we saw this before. Was was it also King RD? This one team is winning, Tusk gets Ags, he kicks a guy out, the guy dies, GG is called. I would be down for that ending as well.
Yeah, that could be fun. He's got the ninja gear as well, so great setup there. Yeah, that would be fun to see, but no Ags yet for him.
Not yet.
Gyrocopter, another 3,800 gold saved up.
Yeah, everyone is just getting fat. Like, they're just using this map. They're out farming a double Midas and Devour, which, you know, makes sense. They have Megas. They own
Gotcha.
everything.
He does. Yeah, he does. I didn't realize that. Yeah, he actually was purchasing it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's coming.
Personality. You can't improve until you make mistakes.
All right. Again, it's now what are we looking at for the buyback of Gyrocopter? 55 seconds. So under a minute remaining. Yeah, this is one of those games where the net worth doesn't mean anything. You have a team it's only 7,000, 6,000 net worth lead, but obviously they have mega creeps in their favor. They're controlling the whole map, so it's understandable why that win percentage is looking so good, 90%.
Yeah.
In favor of Vivo Qhali right now. So
sure, we're just farming the whole map. We'll continue to do everything. I think the Tormentors are down. I don't know, maybe make sure we have every buyback and every item we do want, and sure, farm up some more net worth.
Doom building refresher. He's trying to build a refresher, so I should say, because farming mega creeps pushing into your base isn't necessarily the best way to do that, but he's got a hand of Midas at least. And yeah, that will be a great item to have if he's able to get that in the next couple of minutes, but you know, that's going to be a stretch.
Well, if this is why they were waiting to kill Roche, because there's no way the Thunder Awaken can contest it, and now it's an Aghanim Scepter that you get instead of a Refresher Shard, then I like that they were waiting for it.
Oh, got you. That is interesting.
Because now, at least, instead of getting a Refresher Shard that your heroes don't really care about, you just get a free Ags on... Well, I guess you're
vengeful
because everyone else has it. So
I was gonna say that's a pretty good axe, but yeah, he actually is the only one.
Yeah. But I would say that after this and getting waves pushed in, I think you should go push Dire Base, or you can.
Yeah, there's almost no reason not to. Like, you're obviously trying to finish the game in the end.
Yeah,
it's not over until the Ancient's destroyed. So why wait even more and to let their scaling cores get even more farm? Like I said, the Doom Refresher is kind of the big one for me. If he manages to actually farm that,
that one is actually
could be a pretty big deal. But it's going to take a while because he's dealing with mega creeps. He doesn't even have any of the components yet. Yeah, it's going to be a while.
Okay, let's see.
Double
we have
damage.
15k up. DD on the deck down bottom. With a bottle, of course, coming now, so you can hold that for a bit.
There he goes. He actually puts the Ags in his backpack for now. Swap that back in, though, after the use. So, yeah, we'll see if they truly decide to go for a push. I mean, so far, not there yet. You got Visage farming the jungle up down here. I don't know, I guess. Okay, he's trying to finish a Scythe. So that's another item that they would like to have, understandably.
No, we've got a Lincoln Sphere on KJ, I think, completed. So that's going to be good against, well, specifically the Doom. So I do think you can definitely look at some, maybe some 25 talent on Costa Belay, but can look at potentially looking at you run him in. He's going to hit some tier 4. Someone comes out of position. You kick him back. Just need to be aware of buybacks. Like, you know that Thunder Awakening have been farming for 15 minutes. If you don't think they have buybacks, you'd be a fool.
Obviously they do. Level 25, our first one is Pango. He does get the Rolling Thunder cooldown.
Yep.
That's something else, though, that start becoming more relevant as well. But look at this. Look at this charging on in.
Oh,
yeah, aggressive swap, and Ember's dead. He mentioned he has a buyback, though. Doom's also in trouble. BKB stunned up, running back in, going for the Doom. Nope, that's the Lincolns. The Lincolns popped. They called it. However, Gyrocopter is still going to die. Good damage there with that Chronosphere. But now that that's down, Gyrocopter, he's feeling hungry for some kills. He turns around, pops everything, put it to the Black Cannon. Faceless Void has to time leap out immediately. Ember Spirit with a dieback right there. And as expected, this could be the beginning of the end now.
They are just... So, even with Gyro, like, yeah, look at the damage, man. Holy shit.
Hey, you're dead. I mean, he buys back. They're fighting to the bitter end, but it's just all for a lost cause. Game number 3 is certainly in the making here, KZU, and that's nothing wrong with that. Well played by Vivo.
Absolutely not. No, they're just playing well, right? They had a good draft. We talked about the tempo that they could have, and they kind of showed. They just played well all around the map. They built good items, understanding what to do.